I'm here with Mario Caoile in Blackfish Gallery, and Mario's going to tell us something about the show that we have up here. What's the story here?
This was welded back in '96. This was actually the hood of a car, part of the hood of a car, and I cut it off this way. Then I welded this other stuff, and this is called hot stuff. It has a stove burner. I don't know if you can see that from the
Yes,
angle.
we can.
Now these pieces that I have done, these 10 works here showing here, were all done since I rejoined Blackfish last June.
The next piece here, what's the title of this one?
This is part of the main oil on linen wood. So I have this linen. This linen, I wrapped it around the wood part and then stapled it in the back, around in the back. But this is all oil. This used to, actually there used to be a figurative, there was a figure here with a head and then the shoulders. And I had gone back and forth between the figurative and abstract. For some reason, the last several months I had been working abstract.
One interesting aspect that I don't know how well it shows up on the video, but
If you can get a close-up, it might.
there's some dimensionality that's kind of hidden in the piece. There's like we're looking at a block that actually projects out,
Yeah,
right?
this part.
And that seems to be very characteristic of your work.
There's
You have a
another
number of
part here.
pieces where elements kind of jump off the, this isn't a canvas, but they jump off the piece of wood. Whatever. Yeah.
This is another part of the hood of a car. Metal, oil on metal. This is called Underdog. This, this is the
Oh, I see. There is a dog up there. Everything is under the dog,
Yeah.
right? Yes. And where was that?
there
Where
used to
in
be
the
a
area?
face over here. You see where the eyes.
Okay,
and
let
the
me
mouth.
find your hand. I'm sort of lost here. Where are you?
And
yes,
here
here we go. All right.
And there was a face here, and there was a figure here and here. So there were like 3 figures,
Wow.
but they got all painted out.
Is this a common Mario practice to paint out different parts of, you look at your work and then change things?
Well, these are old works that were not doing much in the basement. And well, you're an artist, you know that sometimes old works don't work anymore.
Yeah. And
So they
it's,
get recycled. This, I don't know if you can see, if you shoot this from an angle, there's actually a piece of wood here that sort of goes.
it bows out and it's projecting, right? Yeah.
And there's a plastic here,
Uh-huh.
plastic, and then another piece of wood, little piece of wood. I had painted this, there was an enamel on canvas at first, and I had sprinkled it with nails. And you can see some nails here, over there, here, and then when I stood up the canvas, the nails started to go down head first, as you can see here. These are nails, huge nails.
Oh, right. And then
Yeah.
they're painted into the picture. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
see that. Yes.
But this, the latest coat of paint are all oil. Now the thing that's different about this piece is the framing. These were pieces of wood that had, there was a nut on this wood, was broken,
I'm going to come around to this side.
and
yeah.
I thought I'd use it.
So this is actually nailed onto the
Nailed onto the
canvas,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It is a canvas here.
And what's the title of this piece? Do you have a title for this one?
This is Chainsaw Erect.
And Tell me about the title.
I had been videoing my painting sessions and putting them up on YouTube. One of my subscribers from Germany thought it looked like an erected penis. So I took the word erect. And when I was doing this, I was painting this in the backyard. You could hear in the video, you could hear one of my neighbors with a chainsaw cutting wood. And the video ended up with a When I was doing this painting in the backyard, I was speaking on my camcorder and I forgot to turn on the microphone. That's where the title came from, Quiet Mic. And this is oil on masonite. It's called Green Happens. I had this box of paints where I lay the cool colors on one side and the warm colors on the other, and I would just grab whatever paint I can. Then I would just keep adding colors. I'm not really very good with colors because I'm slightly colorblind. I don't mix my colors. The mixing of the colors pretty much happen right on the canvas. That's why some people had commented that I use very bright colors, and I think part of it is because I don't bird drop things and then they just fall on it, and that's maybe why it's called Green Happens.
Okay.
This is actually a two-piece thing. This is and this is.
Oh,
you can also.
it's three-dimensional all the way around. I mean,
Yeah,
literally, it's
as you can
360 degrees.
Yep. As you can see from the, you can also hang this on the wall if you want to. So.
Yeah. So this is, in one sense, the back of the piece,
Yeah.
and then I can come
And,
around on it, and then this is the front of the piece.
And if you notice it here,
If it's hung on
this
the wall.
part, this part is clear. And there used to
Let's
be
see, you had a, yeah.
there used to be a figure here, a full figure, a white full figure, like floating in space.
And everything is sitting on a very unusual and I think quite artful stand. What's the story with that? Is that part of the piece?
Well, it is shown as as a whole instead of separate.
But it's not just functioning to get the piece up in the air, right?
Well, it does that.
It does
But
that,
it
yes.
also it seems to work with the. It looks good with the piece, the upper part, and they look good together.
Yes.
And that is why I use this.
So you weld, you nail, you paint, right? Sort of do all three things.
Well,
right?
in the last 6 months, I have not really welded. I had meant to do some welding for this show, but I could not find the manual. But my wife found the manual a few days ago, so I'll probably get back to welding. This is, or used to be, the lower part of our dishwasher. This is this is like the floor.
Before it was painted, right? Yes.
Before it was
It's
painted.
just.
It was all black.
Uh-huh.
And it reminded me so much of Robert Ryman, reversed Robert Ryman. It was really striking with a black horizontal. And if it were white, it would be a Robert Ryman. My wife called it the wave.
The wave. Well, thank you. So this is your show then, right?
Yep. Thank you for shooting this, Jim.
My pleasure.